What's happening, guys? I'm back and I'm sorry for the brief hiatus. I've not made a video for some weeks because I've been busy with work and other commitments, but I'm back. I have been watching the football. There's a lot to get through, there's a lot to catch up on, so this video is going to be basically based on the start of the Premier League, what I think of it, the early pace setters, and just basically the big teams and how they're looking currently. We're currently in an international break. England just drew to Ukraine. Shocking performance by England. Southgate just proving how mediocre a manager he actually is and how little ambition the FA actually have to actually win a trophy. Because with this guy, Southgate, at the helm, it just ain't going to happen because he shits. But we're going to talk about that in another video. I want to just concentrate on the Premier League. It's been fantastic. It's been fantastic. Arsenal, we're in the race. I don't want this video to be completely about Arsenal, but I want to talk about Arsenal. They're unbeaten. They're in a high position, but some of the team selections by Mikel Arteta, putting Thomas Partey at right back, shocking. Making him do this role when he's inverted. When Arsenal have the ball, he goes into midfield. When they haven't got the ball, he goes back to right back. It's been awful. Gabriel Magalhaes not been playing. Now, he just got an international call up for Brazil this international break, and he played absolutely phenomenal. Him and Saliba have been Arsenal's and the Premier League's best centre-back partnership. You know, Arsenal's for years, and one of the best centre-back partnerships in the Premier League last season. Phenomenal stuff. So why would you break up that strong back four of Zinchenko, Gabriel, Saliba and Ben White on the right? It doesn't make any sense. Now, I'm not Arteta in or I'm not Arteta out. I'm not one of his avid followers. I just think the guy's got a job to do and he gets paid very well to do it. Now, I just can't get my head around why you're messing around with the defence. Just play the same defence. If Zinchenko's not fit enough yet, play Tomiyasu at left back. But don't play Thomas Partey at right back. Arsenal's strongest midfield is Partey, Rice and Odegaard. Now, Havertz, I feel sorry for Havertz. Now, I'm not being one of those people that have been on him. I've not been on him. Got a little itch in my back, sorry. I've not been on him. But Havertz ain't a number 8. He ain't a number 8. And it does. Listen, if Arteta proves us wrong and he manages to get Havertz to get used to the number 8 position, then all power to Arsenal and all power to Arteta. Genius move. But at this precise moment in time, Guy Havertz is struggling. He's struggling with confidence. He just looks like he's a player void of any confidence. I don't agree with Arsenal fans abusing him on the socials or maybe in the terraces getting onto him. You have to support the player. It's not really his fault, really, because it's Arteta's fault. Keep persisting in playing him in a way and a position that he's not used to. Now, Manchester City, Pep signed Jack Grealish for 100 million. The first season he hardly featured because he weren't ready. He weren't up to speed with Pep's system and he weren't used to it. So Pep hardly played him. He had him on a bench a lot. This is a £100 million player. First season he hardly played. He has to get used to it. So Arteta needs to follow suit. Klopp has done the same. Fabinho came in. He didn't play for like the first 4 months. He had to get used to the system. He probably learned a bit of English and so on and so forth. Arteta needs to take him out the team, put him on the bench and give Emil Smith-Rowe a run. Give Vieira a run. Or, better yet, Play him in his actual position as a false 9 or somewhere along the attacking 3. Or as a 10, to replace Odegaard. I reckon he'll be much more suited in that position. But he definitely ain't an 8. Arteta, listen, like I said, I'm not an Arteta or at, but he spent a lot of money and now he's got to start delivering some sort of silverware. Top 4's a must, and a trophy of some kind is a must. I'll be happy with top 4 and Carabao Cup. That's progression for me. Top 4 FA Cup. Good run in the Champions League. Something he needs to deliver. Kai Havertz is not a central midfielder, especially not a number 8. And Thomas Partey is not a right back. Arsenal's strongest midfield 3 is Partey, Rice and Odegaard. If we play that midfield 3, it will be very hard to beat. With Zinchenko, Timber's unfortunately been injured. He's going to be out for the season, but I have no doubt he'll be back. Zinchenko, Gabriel, Saliba and Ben White right back. Ramsdale or Raya. Now I think Raya's a better keeper than Ramsdale. But Ramsdale's not done anything wrong. But I don't think he's elite. He can be elite, but I don't think he's elite right now. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens there. Saka's not had the best start to the season. Martinelli's been bright. Odegaard's been brilliant. Eddie's been brilliant. So yeah, listen, it's been a little bit hot and cold, but at least we're in the chat. At least we're unbeaten. Great result against Manchester United, who are in, they're not in the best position right now in terms of their performances and their results. But they've got Amrabat. Højlund's finally fit. I reckon they need to play a front 3 of Mason Mount, Højlund and Rashford with a midfield of Bruno Fernandes, Amrabat and Casemiro. That would be their best, team going forward with whatever back 4 that they can muster. It's important that Manchester United fans get behind Erik ten Hag. The English media and pundits are against him because they're looking. There is no banter club. They need a banter club for their views. Man United are that banter club. They're on to Erik ten Hag because he understands that Harry Maguire is shit. The English pundits and media don't understand football, so they still say that Harry Maguire's a good player, but he isn't a good player. He's shit. He's had a little bit of bad luck with injuries, especially to his centre-backs, his defence. So Erik ten Hag is a quality manager. Manchester United fans, don't turn against him, support him. It is a process. Don't let the English media and pundits sway your opinions. Erik ten Hag needs backing. Now, the only pace setters, Manchester City, they've been flawless, they've been fantastic. They look like they may run away with it already. I don't want to spend too much time on them because they're just leaving where they left off last season. Chelsea, I want to do an individual video on Chelsea because they are absolutely shambles. You spend £1 billion and you're still shit. Listen, Enzo Fernandez, he's been crap since he's been here. Sorry, he's had a couple of bright performances, but he's been shocking. Caicedo, 115 million. Not going to judge him yet, but overspent. Now, in my personal opinion, the best defensive midfielder in the Premier League is Basuma. I think Basuma is an absolute Rolls Royce, and Spurs are lucky to have him. And him being in the team, not just Maddison, Basuma being in the team is part of Spurs' form. Upwards turning form because they've been phenomenal, Spurs. And Basuma's part of that because he's in that. He can do everything, Basuma. He can defend, he can attack, he can pass, long range, short range. He understands the game, spatial awareness, he can intercept, absolute Rolls. Caicedo's not Basuma's level. I don't know Caicedo can even get to Basuma's level. Now, he is definitely not £150 million midfielder. Declan Rice has justified his price tag. I believe that he will go on to justify his price tag because he's been phenomenal for Arsenal. And he's proved me wrong, right? He's made me eat humble pie, and I'm happy he has. But Caicedo, he's been shocking. It's early, but he's been... Enzo Fernandez, I can judge him now because he's been here a long time. Since January, he's been absolutely shit. Mudryk, shit. Poch needs to figure it out. Do I think Poch will figure it out? I don't know. I don't know. I would have watched Chelsea, you know, eagerly, but I know they're not going to get top four. Newcastle, they had a good start beating Villa, but since then they've had a lot of losses. I think Villa will be alright. I'm not Villa. I think Newcastle will be alright. Eddie Howe, yeah. Newcastle have a good team. They've had a hard start to the season. Liverpool, Manchester City, but I do think that Newcastle will be fine. I do think Eddie Howe shouldn't be under any pressure at this precise moment in time. They've got a good team. They'll get into a rhythm. They'll start winning games, and I do think they'll be battling for that top four position. Now Liverpool have made Chelsea look stupid. Approximately, I've calculated this approximately for their midfield rebuild. McAllister, Szoboszlai, Endo, Gravenberch, if I'm pronouncing his name correctly, they cost a combined around 160 million. Now, Chelsea spent over 200 million on two, young midfielders, in effect their children, in Caicedo and Enzo. Liverpool have gone and spent £160 million on four quality midfielders, right age, right temperament. McAllister, proven in the Premier League, World Cup winner. Szoboszlai, Rolls Royce. Endo, I believe he's a Rolls Royce, seeing what he's done with Japan. One of the best defensive midfielders in the world, in my humble opinion. And Gravenberch, very talented player. And Liverpool could be the right team to let him show that talent. Now, Jurgen Klopp is an absolute master of the transfer window. I could only really tear my hat off to him because, everyone was cussing Liverpool, they're a joke, Lavia's injured. Lavia ain't even kicked a ball, man. Caicedo's completely overpriced. They dodged a bullet there with Moises Caicedo. And their acquisitions have been phenomenal. The midfield is rebuilt and they have leaders in there. Szoboszlai, McAllister, Endo. They have leaders. Now, attack phenomenal. Darwin Núñez, his performance against Newcastle, absolutely breathtaking. And he's going to go on. I was always with Darwin Núñez. When some people are writing him off, some of these so-called experts and pundits and other football YouTube channels, they were slagging him off, calling him a donkey, calling him rubbish, overpriced. The talent was always there. And he's going to kick on. Keeping Salah was important. So the attack is fantastic. The midfield is rebuilt, fantastic. Good options in midfield. Even Curtis Jones still playing games. I rate Curtis Jones highly. He's fantastic. A young player. Elliott's a fantastic player. So midfield, there are plenty of options. Plenty of options. Defence, they're a little bit, and Trent can come into midfield. Defence, they're a little bit light. Robertson, Tsimikas left back, Kanate, Joe Gomez, Van Dijk, and Matip, the centre backs, and Trent right back, but also Gomez can also play right back. So they might have enough in defence to cope. But I do think that Liverpool will be Manchester City's closest challengers, and obviously the amazing Alisson has been phenomenal this season. I think the title race will be between Liverpool and Manchester City, and I think Liverpool have a fantastic chance of winning this Premier League. I think they have a fantastic chance. I'm an Arsenal fan. I hope we win the Premier League. I do think that will be close, but I have to say I'm not a biased Arsenal fan or a delusional one like many are. I think that Liverpool will be Manchester City's closest challengers, without doubt. I don't think there'll be much of a points difference between whoever wins it. And if Arsenal don't win the Premier League, I would like Liverpool to win the Premier League, because that's a club I respect very highly. As for Arsenal, Arsenal want to win the Premier League, first of all, don't overcomplicate things. Just play that midfield. Rice, Partey, Odegaard. Play the back four. Hopefully Ramsdale has a good season, or Raya, whoever plays, and those front players can get goals. And we have to see where we fall come the end of the season. But that's my 2 cents on the start of the Premier League. Obviously Villa, they've started well also. And Brighton have started very well, leaving where they left off last season. West Ham, they've been phenomenal. Spent the Declan Rice money phenomenally well on Kudos and James Ward-Prowse, who I'm a massive fan of. James Ward-Prowse, a fantastic player, amazing player, underrated, not appreciated enough. He's not got the big Hollywood name, but when you watch him, when you do the eye test, you watch James Ward-Prowse. Phenomenal. He can defend, he can attack. He's box to box. He can get a goal. He can put the board on a sixpence. Absolutely phenomenal player. So they've done well with that Declan Rice money. They're flying at the moment, and it's going to be a competitive Premier League now. It's going to be competitive in terms of the title. It's going to be competitive in terms of the top 4. It's going to be competitive in terms of the top 6. That's what we want. Because if Manchester City win the league again, it's basically a farmers' league, and we don't want that. So yeah, I'm going to end the video here. That is my 2 cents of the start of the Premier League season. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll be back tomorrow with another video. So please, guys, I'm back. I'll be bringing out regular videos on this channel. So please leave a comment, like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you tomorrow for another one.